Hi class, it's Miss Raymond. So we're going to learn how to write a paragraph. Specifically, we're removing from outline to paragraph. So as we discussed, here's our little paragraph visual that we discussed the other day. You have your topic sentence, your supporting details, and your closing sentence. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how in this this example in your packet of the marijuana paper, this is what you're going to do. Okay, you have your thesis statement, your topic sentence, and then you have a fact. Okay, so here's your topic sentence. This is your first body paragraph. What we're doing is we're creating the 3 body paragraphs for the paper. Okay, the 3 body paragraphs. So we've here's your subtopic 1. Use of marijuana is on the rise. Here's the topic sentence. Here's a fact. Okay, what you're going to do is, you know how you put the facts, all your sources in the note cards and then put them in the outline? In your own words, you're going to write something about how this fact supports this. Okay, so let me show you. In this, here's an example of a paper that goes from outline to paragraph. So the first subtopic is young girls are developing eating disorders because they want to look like the models in magazines. So this will be your first body paragraph. This is what it's about. Here are the quotes in yellow and green that she retrieved that are going to support this. All right, let's just focus on that for now. Don't look at blue and pink right now. Let's just focus on this. This is what you did. Remember, you pulled information from the internet and you put them in your note cards, and then you put that information in your outline. We don't want back-to-back quotes like this. We don't want paragraphs that are just quotes. We're going to look how she did it. Okay, look from here to here. Okay, so the topic sentence, your top piece of bread. This is for the first body paragraph. This is an example. One major concern is that young girls are beginning to develop eating disorders because they want to look like models in the magazines. Okay, so she took this topic sentence, this main point for subtopic 1, turned it into a topic sentence. Here's your transition. One major concern, that's your transition, is that young girls are beginning to develop eating disorders because they want to look like models in the magazines. So everything under this paragraph is going to be about this. Okay, so here's her first quote. She moved it over here. All right. But what you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing. Start with the topic sentence of your first paragraph, subtopic 1, and then put a quote in there, whether it's your words or from the internet, and then you're going to expand on the quote. Okay, so look how she expands on it. Here's the quote, and then look how she expands on it with her own words. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Yours might not be as long. Okay, so the second quote she has under this one topic, beauty messages from magazines, here's another quote. All right, so here's the second supporting quote. Here's the explanation or the personal analysis of it. So, all right, and then here's her second point. Young girls are literally dying to be beautiful. Here's a quote, okay? And then here's the explanation. Here's another quote, explanation. This can be your bottom piece of bread as well. Your closing, here, let me show you your closing, your final piece of bread, right? Right there, closing sentence. Okay, so let me explain this. All right, so you have all this information, okay? And you are going to turn it into a paragraph. All you're going to do in your outline is this. All you're going to do in your outline is this. You are going to take your, here's your topic sentence, here's your first, supporting information that's a quote or your own words. This right here about how it supports your main topic, I wanted you to put that in there because it'll help stimulate your brain cells as to what you're doing. Take this out after you read it and then just write something in your own words about a little bit more about your quote. Okay, so if students who use their phones constantly experience increased restlessness with more lifestyles, more consumption of beverages, difficulty for different susceptibility to stress and fatigue, you could write something here to support that, like, stress and fatigue cause the body to get sick. Students who are sick will miss school. Something like then. This affects their grades. This affects their grades. Okay, and then you go down to the next one. Students will not be able to focus on schoolwork due to the effects of cell phones. Okay, right. Not sleep well. Okay, and then how does this support this? You could say something like, many students will not be able to catch up on sleep, and this too can cause them to get sick and miss school. Okay, and then same with the next one. And that's all you're doing. Okay, you're just expanding on the quotes. That's all I want you to do. I'm not even worried about transitions in your paragraphs right now, okay? So, look at this. All right, stop the video and really look at this example. And just do the best you can. Again, take your quotes, those, keep them there, but then you're going to take whatever this was out of how it supported it, and write what you can to expand on the quote. If you have something in this on how your quote supported your thesis statement, please keep it in and just expand. Use it to expand on the quote. And then here's your next quote. Okay, and then you just expand on it. Maybe this person can use some of these words and then write something else that expands on that. Contact me with questions.